Timothy Go, and thanks for joining me here on Primetime Asia. Front and center tonight is Hong Kong. There's no end in sight to the street demonstrations.
I was a news anchor on TV for the longest time. I own a hotel in Uzbekistan. I've been living in Singapore for 22 years. Every single national day, I am here.
I'm the same.
My PR expired.
Let's check it out. All right, look who's back.
Hey everyone, I'm back in Singapore and you're back in Singapore too.
Oh yeah, we are both back. I think you've been out for a long time. You're in Uzbekistan for a long time.
Uzbekistan taking care of business.
In the last video we had you on, we talked about you're building a hotel in Uzbekistan. And how's it going?
Finally finished, all complete, welcoming guests and taking in reservation. I think it was me being at the right place at the right time. Next year, Kiva is the Islamic tourism capital of the world. National Association of Travel Agents of Singapore came to visit Hiva as well a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, so we got a lot of publicity and they stayed in my hotel. When I found out they were coming, I called them right away or sent them a message, said, I'm gonna host you if you guys have no place to stay yet. So they did. And because of that, we got publicity from local media as well as Singapore media. So President Halima Yaakob signed an MOU with Uzbekistan to improve and collaborate more on tourism.
Actually, we forgot to introduce. Can you introduce yourself, Tim?
Yes, my name is Timothy Go. I own a hotel and a travel agency specializing in Central Asia, and my hotel is in Uzbekistan. Before that, I was a news anchor on TV for the longest time and then a radio host. I'm still doing that now, and I'm broadcasting from Uzbekistan as well when I'm there.
In English?
No, I'm broadcasting from Uzbekistan to here, so I have a little studio set up.
Do you hear your voice anytime?
Every afternoon from 4 to 7 p.m.
What should I turn on?
MoneyFM 89.3.
Any of my audience still listening to Tim?
If you
channel?
drive, you probably are still listening to the radio. If you don't drive,
I'm not sure how to even get access to the radio.
nobody has a radio at home anymore, I think. If you're at home, you have to actually listen from your computer or from your app.
So that was the reason why you forgot to renew your PR?
No, so this is one thing for those of you who are PRs like us. Are you a PR? I'm not sure. Yes. Our PR doesn't expire, but the re-entry permit expires every 5 years.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that is never in our heads, like, because we don't see it. You know, there's a piece of paper that's just tucked in there with my passport wallet, and it expires every 5 years. You have to renew it every 5 years. And if you leave Singapore with an expired re-entry permit, you leave as a tourist, and therefore you have to come back as a tourist and then reapply for it. Because I was away for so long, my PR expired.
You have renewed your entry permits for 3 times. Is it right?
Yes. And then I just totally forgot.
How many times do they allow us to renew?
Oh, to renew? As long as you are living here and contributing to the economy and paying your taxes and CPF and all that, I think we can renew, yeah.
So what's your plan in Singapore in the next couple of months?
That is a very hard question that I'm still trying to think. First of all, Singapore has been my home for the last 21 years now. I am officially based in Singapore. My companies are all based and registered in Singapore, except for the ones in Uzbekistan, of course. But lately, and as you would know, and as many expats and locals would know, if you're renting like we are, rental prices have gone up significantly.
So crazy.
Right? For people like us who travel a lot, we start thinking like, is it still worth it to pay so much money when we're not here?
So in Uzbekistan, you just live in your hotel for free.
Exactly. I just have to keep moving rooms because, you know, sometimes.
Moving rooms.
And moving rooms is good because I get to try each room and know which one is, if there's a problem, I would know.
But are they different themes or are they all the same?
They're designed differently. I need to try out to make sure, okay, this is not working properly. We need to change it this way, you know, things like that. Just renewed my radio contract, so I'll be working in Singapore. I'll still be on air for it.
Like you sign a contract, like they outsource to you annually, or how's that?
Yes, outsource is the right term. So they contract out my presence and my show to me as Timothy Go Media. The content, the programming.
They tell you what content you have to do?
No, because we have a show. I have 2 other co-hosts, Elliot and Tian Tian, and we have producers as well. Of course, doing it together.
Next time you should invite me to your show.
Yeah, actually, we should. We should. I'm thinking about it now, like, what can you talk about? We can talk about the nomadic lifestyle that we live, how we can call Singapore home and yet still be able to travel to so many places. So yeah, I mean, traveling is one of the favorite hobbies of Singaporeans, I think. And we're right in the perfect place because we're so well connected.
It's a good time you come back because the National Day is coming, so you get to see some parade.
Yeah, I get flyovers from, because they started rehearsals last weekend, I think, so I've been seeing the play.
They're setting up by the waterfront right now.
That's probably what it is. They're setting up for rehearsals. But yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I came back to Singapore to celebrate National Day with Singaporeans. I've been living in Singapore for 22 years now, since 2001. 2023. Yeah, more than 22 years now. This is one thing I want to say that I'm very proud of. Every single National Day, I am here.
I'm the same. Like every single National Day, I come back. Doesn't matter where I was traveling at the times, and I come back.
Me too. I mean, first of all, because when I used to work on TV, we still have a show on National Day, and many people go on holiday. So I would be like, I'll work.
Me too. I'm always here, and I went to take picture of the fireworks and all this stuff.
I've never seen it in person.
Never?
No.
Oh my god.
I've seen it
This
on
year?
TV.
Maybe
I've
this
seen
year
it
you
from a
should go.
distance. I had once was given tickets to go, but I thought to myself, because I'm a foreigner, Singaporeans deserve this spot more than I do.
Why do you not apply for a passport?
I already have two. I can't handle another one.
No, once you apply for a Singapore passport,
I have to
you only
give
have
up.
one.
Exactly. So, I don't know. Although Singapore has the stronger passport, I think.
Yeah, definitely. A couple of weeks ago, I just did a video about should I apply for a Singapore passport.
So what was the conclusion? I'm also weighing the possibilities. I'm just now thinking 2 passports combined gives me more flexibility than 1 strong passport.
What's so special about National Day this year?
58 years of Singapore.
58 years of Singapore. That's
I
right.
think 58, right? Or is it 59?
1960.
Fa-
Wait, is it?
Oh
Oh my god.
Well, let's see which one is right. But I think it's 58. What do you think?
Let's check it out. You're right.
I'm right. Ooh.
23 minus 58.
1965.
1965.
Which means Singapore is only 9 years older than me.
Oh, you expose your age again.
I'm now exposing my age.
How should we celebrate?
By being here, I think.
What was the concept of your hotel?
The concept of my hotel evolved when you've been to Uzbekistan maybe 4 or 5 years ago, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when tourism was just starting in Uzbekistan, there weren't a lot of proper hotels. There were hotels that are mostly guest houses, mostly people's
Yeah, very
houses, small ones.
How many hotels are there in Kiva?
Last time I checked, it was 110 hotels and guest houses. These are not big hotels and guest houses. They come in different sizes. Some of them are like 5 bedrooms, some of them are 10 bedrooms, some of them are 2. So when we started this concept, we thought, hey, let's do this charming guest house idea because I like it. I like living with locals. And then the pandemic happened. Then my business partner, Muhammad Ali, decided or told me like, hey, you know what? If another pandemic happens and only local people will travel, they won't stay in a local guest house. They would want to stay in a more modern hotel. So halfway through 2021, we decided, okay, let's change the concept and make it a more modern kind of hotel with local designs, local elements, but we modernized it.
Very cool. We got to have all our audience visit your hotel next time.
Yes, please come. Contact me directly if you want a reservation. Most of the time, Uzbekistan tourist programs are planned based on what the European tourists are expecting. A lot of history, a lot of architecture, a lot of culture. The visitors from Asia, from this part of Asia, they want to go shopping. They want to go to the markets. They want to go to the shopping mall.
So besides all this like radio channel and hotel business you're doing, how's your other business?
Subway is still around in Taman Jurong. It's still running itself, and it's good.
Maybe you should do some training to those new TV hosts.
I do.
Oh, you do?
I mean, not to TV hosts because they can't afford to pay, but
It's expensive.
Not that I'm expensive, but you know. But I do corporate media training. So for
cool.
yes, for CEOs and MDs and,
Oh, wow.
and executives
Awesome.
who need to. I mean, they know what they're doing, but they just sometimes need
You
a
need to
refresher.
learn how to talk in front of camera.
Yeah, exactly, and how to answer questions like,
There's a lot of different business going on.
yes, I have many things going on in my head.
Yeah, so now we know you've got your hotel running. You get all my audience to come to visit you.
We are trying to work on getting a direct flight back to Singapore from Tashkent, so hopefully.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you, and join us. Join us for more travels.
Please like, subscribe, and share the video. Bye. Okay, this is our today's setting. Yeah,
It's so nice, it doesn't feel so hot.
it's very nice here.
What is this? Don't forget to watch our YouTube video when it comes out.